Hello everyone. What is up? I turned my mic a bit up, found the issue, fixed some stuff in my setup. Everything should be working now. I'm gonna quickly close my door. Alright. Let's put on some Christmassy music, shall we? That's more Christmassy. Ho, ho, ho. Got some tea, a Coke. Yeah, really Christmassy today. So well, you might ask, what are we going to play? How often do I fucking say that? Well, today I had planned to play today I had planned to play Doki Doki with you. Doki Doki Literature Club. I don't think you've heard of this game. It's kind of a unknown gem, I'd say. But yeah, my friend said it's gonna be pretty wild. I think I'm gonna enjoy it. Not suitable for children. Or those who are easily disturbed. Doki Doki. Nibble. Oh well. I'm sure it won't be that bad. Also guys, what I have planned for tomorrow will be, where is it? I installed it. There we go. I will play Dark Souls with you. And this game will be looking sharp. Oh. What is happening? Game capture. Oh ho. I'm gonna just take it like that. Doki Doki. This can only get better and better, I'd say. Wait real quick. Let me quickly rearrange all my stuff on my desk. Is this game controller compatible? Because I don't think it is. That's not my name, dude. I don't want to have that name, though. Damn, yesterday we had a Santa Claus who ate Rudolph. And today it can only get better. Thanks, Madame Mayerma, for following. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to the stream. I'm just setting up my stuff here real quick. Everything just does not want to work on me today. Ah, display capture. The hell? Why is it not working? As soon as I go full screen, it won't work. Just gonna delete all those. Now it's working. New game. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would always sleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and see Sayori, and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. That stupid name, it wouldn't let me select another name. Ew, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Efer. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have time. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Ifer, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Ew, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's impossible that I did, and one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, even when I'm perfectly content, just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a need in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sawyer wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Wait, they have an anime club? That shit's awesome, dude. I would love to join there. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me, if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, did you come to my club? Is it the Doki Doki Literature Club? Title of the game? Sayori... Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Ew, meanie. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. As I guessed. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature was guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, kind of told the club yesterday that I will bring in a few members. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member! Ew. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, ew. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry? Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? I have a confession to make. Even I know Monica, but, the other side of Monica, if you know what I mean. That's right. It's great to see you again, Aoife. Aoife! I just want to test if my controller works and it put in this name. Monica smiled sweetly. We didn't know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. What the? Aoife. Thanks for Octavia BT for following. Thank you, welcome to the club. Monica's probably the most popular in class. Smart. Athletic, beautiful. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me it so genuinely feels a little. You too, Monica? Come sit down, Aoife. We made a room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. What's up? I'm good. Hope you're doing fine too, Octavia. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, got a little bit too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a view desk arranged to form a table. As Saori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a warp tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! I have the other games too, yeah. I just play this game because, well, I'm kind of into visual novels for about a year. Just love reading those stories out. Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Damn! The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. Is she gonna frickin' drug us? It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything? Yeah, I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yeah, only for I stream daily for this month only, like from 1 to 24th of December. I don't know, just stream a bit more often, and I think I already fixed some of my streaming issues. I had with my audio and everything, so I reach more people, and it makes me get better at streaming as well. So that's fucking cool. And I'm gonna play Dark Souls tomorrow though, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea seat in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. It's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know... I believe in you. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm impressed. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. graphic stuff for my stream. I have some of it, yeah. I'm currently learning to draw on my own, so I'll be making some soon. I'm just getting used to switching from, well, paper to tablet. But I'm making progress really fast, so I can make everything I want. In a few weeks, probably. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be so hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. I mean, you can join my Discord and like put it in the art server, and I can take a look at it. So, but I don't add people from my Twitch chat to Discord, just for security reasons. Nothing personal. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yay. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Ifer, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps it quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without even thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri treads the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I would never expect that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it all out! And give me that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Oh no, she's gonna get beaten up so fucking bad. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you show them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eye. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Yatsuki feels. Trying that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help your Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. I'll sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Eve? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Hey, what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sir may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, ew, you all... I'm defenseless against those girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over to me once more. Aoife, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Aoife, since we're already here, do you wanna walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore. Because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of the girls. Alright, I'll just Need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Okay. Okay. Let's pick a sense. Holiday. Embrace. Bubbles. So, what the? Why is that even an option? Dude. Skipping. Clouds. Skirt. Giggle. Fluffy. Kawaii. Did I make the right choice? Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to come just here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki found herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. I thought it was Monica and mommy. Shit. The Santa head is really making my mind go. Manga is literature! It really is. It actually is. Or is it? I'm quite struck in that. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Efer always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Life, cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Had you almost set your house on fire once? Is that so? That's me! That's me sticking a fucking fork in the microwave. You two really are good friends, aren't you? They really are good friends. I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Ifor can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri, even you brought something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. Yeah, I won't make it a big deal. If you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here... Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want it. This is, how's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in a closet. Why do I want to see that so bad? I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You're looking for something in here? Frickin' Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. That's true. That's so fucking true. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the sides of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to her box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating thing inside in the world. Yeah, I fucking hate it when my games or books aren't organized. I fucking hate it. Also, I was about to buy the second volume of High School DxD today. Was gonna pick it up, $7. And then I saw, wait a darn minute, this looks different than the other one I got. And well, in Germany we have two versions of it. It's one bigger one with a... yeah, it's a bit bigger. Probably bigger than other mangas you have in your shelf, so it's gonna be annoying anyway. And it featured a different spine art. And you know, the spine art wasn't really the problem. I would have shat on it if I didn't get the other version. But the size matters in my collection. I hate it when stuff is different sizes. But for Tales of Symphonia, when I got it on Switch, I was so fucking proud that it was a I'm so proud that it was yeah, the same size. You know, the Steelbook, it was the size of a normal Nintendo Switch game, so it did fit right into the collection. That was awesome. Dun dun dun. Alright, who's writing the chat? Someone is writing to the chat, I say. Hmm. I am a German, as someone wouldn't have noticed. Yeah. Not quite as German as you might think, but yeah, practically. Yeah. I got a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Perfect Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it either way, out of my demographic. What the? If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. What's the tone of your voice? But I'll get you one thing. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. That is true, but I still do it. I mean, like, the first thing I see when I get a new manga, it's well, it's the cover, and I decide pretty much by the cover and on anything. I like to buy my manga sealed, so that's probably also a bit like judging it by its cover. Even if I don't know the manga or the anime in specific, I mean, I bought what's it called? Blade and Bastard. It's a manga that came out freshly in October. I got it 6 days before it released. I couldn't find anything online for it, just in the store. Saw the cover, a blood-smeared femboy, and I thought like, yeah dude, that's it. That's it, I want that. I want that in my face right now. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Help! She puts me out of the closet! She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs won't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that! You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and crouches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel it peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you even paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typically slice of life affair. I kind of threw all of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So yeah, you gotta make slice of life pretty good. Like, there are only some good slice of life anime that, like, I can say, like Toradora. I wouldn't say High School DD is a slice of life. That's far from the truth. Pretty far. What should I expect from this? Is there anything to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they are obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on there's all kinds of drama. And also, to answer the question, who's my favorite? It's her. It's her. It's always like these characters, these kind of like conical tomboy-like characters, like when they all get into their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it so good. That's what makes this game so good, I'd say. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Just gonna blush in 3, 2, 1. Maybe I underestimated you. Now I'm just gonna blush. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki paused for a moment, as she doesn't want to admit anything. Yeah, why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's, just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anything that's impressionable. Is there anything I got into because of a manga? That's a hard one. Well, I'm learning a lot from Shakugan no Shana about drawing, so I guess that counts. Shakugan no Shana, if you guys haven't seen it, it's my favorite anime, also my favorite art style of all time. This game is awesome art style too, but Shakugan no Shana is one of my favorites still. For all those, after this almost a year since I know this anime. Actually, it's over a year. I think it was March last year. Damn. Almost 2 years of Shakugan no Shana. And I still haven't watched the 4th season. Third. We only have 3 seasons. But you know the 3rd season? It's about the main protagonist getting like missing, getting missed or something. And no one remembers him besides the 2 characters that simp on him. It wasn't dubbed in German, and I wasn't like gonna listen to it while gaming because I don't speak Japanese that well to like listen along to an anime. Right now, I will be able to like listen to an anime along soon too. But well, I haven't gone along to watch the 3rd season, but I think it's time to like watch it. Really, it's time to be. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. And one of the most common ones too, like everyone's baking in an anime. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Also, Shakugan no Shana, I got the rare PlayStation 2 game for my birthday, directly from Japan. And I must say, I really enjoy it. I mean, I had to install Homebrew on my PS2 with my memory card, and I bought a 128 megabyte 128 megabyte memory card. I had to buy this because of the soft mod I was gonna install on it, and I didn't want my original memory card to get bricked. Yo, it's actually saving a snapshot. Huh? We'll read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. If I do say so myself. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? Oh no, she's shown hentai to her friends multiple times before. Like, my friend introduced me to hentai when I was like 14 or something. I love you, Jaden. I still love you, Jaden. Greetings, my brother. It's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like, I could never get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, yeah, you still haven't grown out of that yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face. Ugh, I know these kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Captain Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I can't win, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, I'm reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough! Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forget that happens! Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. Wait, is that a Toradora reference? Are we getting a Toradora reference? One of the best slices of life ever made. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily sidelights herself to a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here from now. I close the book and hand it toward Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you wanna know what happens? Yeah, but... Monica just said. Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I said it mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only get partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. I'm most scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book over to my bag. By the way, did you remember to write the poem last night? Yeah? My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I have never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's one. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Yo, I got the controller settings. Like, look. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. She's a Twitter user. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable around enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh? Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature is look like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Blush. Natsuki retorts get caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can figure it out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it! What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, then made it fall flat on purpose. It helped bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest here, did you? I guess not. What the fuck just happened? Dum 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 dum. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Nachoto Sayori next. This is a good poem, Yifer. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in the spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. That just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Oh, sorry. It's like I said before, Aoife. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. Wait, can I, like, change my name or something? Skip. Did you? That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Alright. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehe, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blends in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I can get cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I really will look forward to it. You restarted that poem. Oh, she's gonna fucking write a gore and snuff manga, light novel. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry? I forgot to start speaking. Well, that happens. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. Just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical to new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once you refine her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stemming is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club room gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Oh, it's rather gonna be a gore horror story, or it's gonna be... I think it's gonna be the best poem we will ever read. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Yo, what the hell, what is that? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the rest of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. I bathe too. Is that some kind of... I bathe. I bathe. Calms, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such a terrible handwriting. That's fine. I was scared at first, but I could read it. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Ether. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her past remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright, let's show it to Monica. Oh, I'm so freaking excited. My new name is now Ether. Ether Griffin. Having a good time so far? Oh yeah. Just gonna turn into British. But go, glad to hear that. By the way, since you are new and everything, I have never had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better. Fuck me, I'm not gonna do that. I was listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Hahaha. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I and Monica my poem. I like it. Really? It's all cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No, it kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Uh-huh. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes, they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views from the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up with trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the keys of style that suits you, that kind of style. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help to find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in Wall. Hole in Wall. Good title. It couldn't have been me. See, the director of the speckle produces a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into anything. A hole of infinite choices. Yeah. Stretching forever into everything. A hole in infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. and he on the other side was looking in. Dude, that's not bad. It's really not bad. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets so fixated on one specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone else is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with his language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or anything? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try so hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Siri liked it. And Ether did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anything anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Huh? And Ether liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Ether appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Eve first started showing up. What the fuck? Why'd they grow as soon as his bro showed up? What? Natsuki... Natsuki, that's a little This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Dude, that's an anime situation. Ether, she just tried to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convolved for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Ether. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Ether? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they probably think are more highly of me. Yuri, I'm a simp now, sorry chat. You're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with a few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader imagination take over, and Natsuki poem did a really good job at that. Yeah, it did, didn't it? Huh? Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki... I think that's enough. Huh? May? But you're so mean to me! Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... You don't need to You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri? Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Ether. Niche. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica looked away. Oomph. Anyway, thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? They aren't that big, okay? That's all? That's all. Natsuki looked away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone should read each other's poems, right? I hope it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you, Ether. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little too used to. So, my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. Not at all, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. What about that? That's not what the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Yeah, of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. She's literally one of 5 members. She has she had 2 competitors. Dude. In the end though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Aether, how about you? Hey, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So, your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Aether, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, how about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuke? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise that they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Aether, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's fine, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Pain? Climax? Dude, what the hell? Milk? What the fuck? I just made the milk. But I'd say it's about time that we save that game. Oh, my back. Alright guys, it has been fun playing this. I was not expecting this at all in here. But I must say, I'm impressed. It's a modern anime visual novel. I'm kind of used to play these older anime visual novels from like 2005 or anything. But seeing that a modern visual novel can be as beautiful and good written as that, well, I really enjoyed it. I really did. well, I think we're going to continue this other thing tomorrow. And I hope I can change my name from Ether to Brave. I really hope I can. Alright, that's enough. That's it for today. Thanks for everyone who followed today. We got 2 new people in here. Also, some new guys on YouTube. Shout out to you as well. Love you all. Love you. I love everyone. Seriously. I love everyone who, like, even pays attention to me. I promise if someone's gonna pay attention to you, that's the most beautiful thing you'll ever have. But alright, have a nice evening. Until tomorrow, I'm Brave, and this has been day 4 of a Catboy for Christmas. Good night. Oh, seriously? Peter.